Hello.
Hello, Miss Kendrick. It's an honor to meet you, and I'd just like to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to speak with me. And any advice that and help that you may be able to give me, I will truly cherish it and appreciate it.
Aren't you a respectable young man?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I don't really give advice. I mean, I give advice at times, but that's not necessarily what I do. But let's get into you. Your name is Zach,
Yes, ma'am.
and where you calling me
Zachariah,
from?
but I just go by Zach for short.
Okay. Where you calling me from?
Yes, ma'am. I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. How old are you?
I am 23 years old.
You're 23. You seem so grown and professional.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. I try, right? It's not an act. I promise. I put forth the effort to be the best man that I can possibly be, physically and spiritually and everything.
Now you just had on a suit today. What did you do today?
Oh, today, I took a rest, a much needed rest. Work has been stressing me out, but so today I just really need to take a day to rest. And tomorrow, on the other hand, I'll be going to church, of course, to participate in the Sabbath day, right?
Let me get. I skipped around. What do you do for a living?
Yes, ma'am. Currently, I work at an airport. I fuel jets there, military, commercial, private, uh, and prior to that, I was in the military. I did aviation ordnance, and it's basically my trade, right? So that's what I do, like a line service technician, to be more specific.
A line service technician. So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is Zach, Jacksonville, Florida, 23, works at the airport. Do you have any kids?
No, ma'am.
What's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
Pisces. Now, did you just had on a suit tonight just to have on a suit tonight?
Specifically for this event, I wanted to make sure I put my best foot forward and was presentable.
Well, you are making black men proud everywhere right now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, let's do it, Zach. What kind of woman are you looking for, honey?
Yes, ma'am. Uh, I'm looking for a woman similar to myself, right? I'm looking for a woman that is of African descent. Uh, I'd like to marry within my race. That's what I feel most comfortable with.
Okay.
I would like I would like someone that is modest and feminine to match my dependable and masculine character. You know, basically like yourself, right? Yeah, you're very, very modest and very feminine, and I do, uh, and
I
I have
think I
no.
might have all the qualities. 'Cause
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have I have what would some would say I have a lot of masculine energy too. Um, I feel like I'm humble at times, but I appreciate that. You're one of the first men to say you feel like I fit that child. Most of the time they say I fit the masculine traits child, but there are compliments, so I will receive it as such.
Yes,
Okay, what else? What else you want, Zach?
yes, ma'am. I would love for her to be um, young, like myself.
Okay,
I would love
so
for
let's go
her.
to that. Let's be specific. You're 23. What is your age range?
Yes, ma'am. Um, Ideally, my age range, I would prefer 21 through 25, but
Okay.
overall, I am okay with 18 to 30,
Okay,
right?
we can't do 18 on this show. I understand you're 23, so
Yes,
that actually isn't too crazy, but I
yes,
just
ma'am.
have a 21 and older policy for now. For
Yes, ma'am.
now. It's
To be
actually
honest,
we have that's funny you say this because there will be a college tour for the single show that's for homecoming, and then I actually will be dropping the age range for the college tour. But that's a whole other conversation. But in this moment, it's 21 and older for right now.
yes, ma'am. That's perfect. That's fine.
Okay.
Completely understandable. That is actually what I prefer anyway. I don't really, I wouldn't prefer to be with somebody that's 18, 19 years old. It's okay, right? But I actually feel more comfortable being the younger one in the relationship. But
Oh,
that's
you
fine.
guys are older woman.
Repeat that.
You say you feel more comfortable being a younger one. Hold on one second. Let me read somebody. Someone said Kendra makes everything about her. bitch, or sorry, because you got so much respect. Black your ears for 1 second, because I don't want to disrespect you because you got so much
You're,
respect. No,
you're
because
fine.
I got so much respect for you. Just go like this because I don't want to cut somebody out. Listen, Ho, he said that he wanted a person like me, and that's why I brought me up. I'm not always making everything about me, but guess what? Actually, it is about me because you're here because of me, Ho. Okay, back to you, Zach. Let
Good
me
to
be.
go.
Yeah, I got to respect you because you came on respectable, but I had to cuss a hoe out. I'm sorry because they got me messed up.
Yes,
Back
sure.
to you.
Yes, ma'am. No problem. You're fine.
Okay, I apologize because I really am impressed by you, and I love that you are representing Black men in this manner right now. So I don't want to dilute what you're bringing to the table.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes. Does the woman have to look a certain way?
Yes, ma'am. That was also the next thing. I would love for her to be thin like myself. I'm not looking for an Olympic athlete. I'm not looking for an Instagram model, right? I am looking for a normal, slim woman. That's all. Uh, not even somebody that is as disciplined in the gym as myself, that goes to the gym consistently like myself. I'm not looking for that either. I'm looking for someone that's just uh, thin. That's that's it. And if I could help her get into the gym, then sure, that's not an issue. But that's what I feel the most comfortable with. That's what I'm attracted to. I can't be with somebody that isn't thin. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, you said in a very nice way. You don't want a big girl.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
Okay. Yes. Does she have to make a certain amount of money, Zach?
No, ma'am. I'm actually doing all right for myself at 23. I've worked pretty hard, and money isn't so much of a concern for me. And thankfully, my father has instilled in me that I must provide for a woman. I wish to give my wife the freedom to work wherever and whenever she wants. If she wants to work all the time, 5 days a week or anything like that, that's fine. If she wants to leave work or quit work and come home and be with me, that is fine as well. I wish to give my wife freedom, true freedom by taking care of her necessities, right? Money isn't really no, the money isn't really big of an issue. She doesn't need to make a specific amount of money. Just be responsible. That's it.
Okay, Zach, there's the cousins are telling me to ask you about this ring. So let me see your hands. Let's see your hands. Okay. That ring, is that on the ring finger? They're thinking it's a ring finger ring.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So that is
Uh,
on your wedding. That's a wedding band?
no, ma'am, it's not a wedding band. I'm not married, right? But that is my intention. Um, I intend on being married sooner rather than later. It's something that uh, it is something that I believe that I need in my life, right? For spiritual reasons, I value marriage. Um, it is something that's very important to me. So I look the part, right? And it helps to remind me uh, what's important to me, right? So I personally prefer to keep it on. There have been people who say I should take it off. I'd rather not. I've been wearing a ring like this. I've been wearing rings, rubber or silver or gold for the past year now, for about a year now, and it helps to keep me focused on what's important. Finding a wife that I can spend the rest of my life with.
Okay. Now, you're the first guy to do this. I've had women that have done this and I've really challenged them with it because and you have to make your own decision. But if a woman sees you with a ring, you see everybody's asking about it. Do you feel like a potential option may just think you're married and keep it moving?
Um, I've thought of that. I've thought of that before, but um, I'm okay with that consequence. I'm okay with somebody seeing me and believing that I'm married, and walking away because I am currently seeking. So they might see the ring and think that I'm married, but if I walk up to them and politely ask them on a date and tell them that I'm not married, then that should let them know that I'm not, right? Because I am seeking, I am putting forth the effort to find a wife,
This is
right?
very true. Now now that's the opposite because the man is a pursuer.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
this is private. Are you waiting to marriage to have sex?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not. That is, I am Christian, yes, and that is the correct thing to do. But as a single man right now that isn't dating anyone, no, I try, but I fail, right? But of course, I want to do this the right way, right? I've had my ex-girlfriend that I tried uh, to marry. I guess we'll get into that shortly. Uh, but I was with her physically for a while we were dating. And I don't want to do that. I believe that I want to try and do this the right way, just like my deacon, where we don't do anything, right? We don't do anything for the time that we're dating, boyfriend and girlfriend, and then once we get married, then we can start. So,
What deacons? The deacons I know get it in, child.
right. So that's just one of that's just one deacon that I know. Love him a lot. Great man, 37 years old, wife, child, a really good person. He's like a father figure to me, like or like an older brother. Love him a lot. He's a good guy. He's the one that actually preached to me and gotten me back into church and stuff like that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Let's do the Kendra Cam, Zach.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, this is just all my cell phone here, so still, I don't want to do it.
I
Everybody else.
really appreciate the fact that you took the time out to put on a suit for us. I
Yes,
mean, I
ma'am.
don't take that for granted.
Yes, ma'am. I'm 6'3", 190, 195 pounds. I exercise quite often.
Look at you.
Exercise quite
Good.
often. So
I
yeah,
think you're a really good. I think you're a great catch. I
yes,
do.
yes,
I,
ma'am.
I
And
think I think women are used to a different type of guy, but if they should be searching for men like you. Like we could work on some things, but for the base, I think the base of you have if you want to be a wife, right? Not saying everybody doesn't want to get married. And I respect that too. I believe in marriage for those who want to be married. And I believe for those who don't want to get married, they shouldn't get married. I believe life is individual. But I get a lot of women who say they want marriage and settle down with a person. And I feel like you're the type of guy that they should be considering.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I appreciate those kind words. Yes, ma'am.
So when was your last relationship, Zach?
Yes, ma'am. My last relationship was last year in April 2022.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Last week.
Last what? Now I wasn't expecting that, Zach.
And not perfect.
No,
Trust
no,
me.
I don't. No, it's not about being perfect because
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't. I'm not judging you either. I'm just saying I didn't expect it, but I actually kind of like that. That was your answer, to be honest. I do. So, is that woman an option?
I truly would love her to be, but no, she isn't, unfortunately,
And do you want to share why?
because she has a child. And while we were dating, she's currently my ex-girlfriend. But while we were dating, I genuinely tried. Of course, my mother, my father, my grandmother, my brothers, everybody in my family told me, do not get into a relationship with a woman that has a child. That is what I've been told by my family my entire life, right? And I'm gonna uh, keep that. But I really, really tried to be with her. I really tried to be okay with it, um, because she's great. You know, I just looked at the bright side. She's a genuinely great person. She is perfect for me. We like a lot of the same things. She's great. We have our differences, but she's great. And but I just couldn't do it. I was really just forcing myself to be in a relationship with her because of the kid. She wasn't able to meet all of my needs because she had to prioritize her child as she should, right? That's okay. She prioritizes her child over me, and that's all right. That's okay. That is the correct thing to do. right? I'm not mad about that. That's okay. Um, but it put a strain on the relationship. And of course, she still likes me. I still like her. She does like the way that I look, right? So she's very, very infatuated with me.
So
And
what's
I
the
like
child?
her.
What's the issue with the child? Is it when you want her to be available? Like, what is the issue you're running into with her and her being a mom?
I don't want any children ever at any time in my life. I don't want
Oh,
children
we
at
never got
all.
there. So you don't
Yeah,
want no
yes,
kids
ma'am.
at all?
Say that again.
So you don't want no, you don't want children.
No, ma'am, that I don't. When you get to the question of why do you think I'm single, I'll say that. But yeah, I don't want children at all, ever, at any time in my life. It's not for me, right? I really, really tried to be with her and accept her daughter, but as time went on, I just disliked it less and less. We only dated for 4 months. I didn't waste her time like what boyfriends typically do, where they waste years of a woman's time. It was just 4 months, and once I made the decision in my mind that I could not marry this woman, I ended things, right?
I still
And
think you're a dope guy, but I don't know if you the one every woman should be. Because I mean, I still think you dope, but I think that's a big situation. So I
yes,
gotta, I still give you the compliment, but now I'm like, wait a minute. But I do respect there are some people who don't want to have children, and that's just their decision. I respect that. So
yes,
let
ma'am.
me ask you, why don't you ever want to have children?
Um, One, my sister was a bad mother, right? A bit of a deadbeat. And she put a lot of her responsibilities of her children on me when I was 10 to 11 years old. So the sleepless nights that new parents will experience, I've experienced that.
Mm,
Uh, her screaming at me in the middle of the night to wake up, make the formula, uh, feed the babies, change the diapers, do all those paternal things. That's what I did in my youth, and I don't ever want to go back to that. Right. And in addition,
have you ever been to therapy?
uh, uh, I'm actually trying to get into therapy for other stuff, I guess, in addition to this as well. But another reason why I don't want children is I I haven't had much of a childhood, to be honest with you. You see the way I act right now. I've been this way for majority of my life. I'm only 23 years old. This is the way that I've been for majority of my life. I've never actually had the time to be a kid, right? Because of the discipline that my father has instilled in me. My father is a very, very stern man, and he's made me a good man, right? And I love him for that. And we've gotten our closure recently in March, yeah, last month in March. But I haven't really had the time to just be a kid. Only as an adult have I finally had the freedom to be that kid that I always wish I could have been, right? Because now I can make my own decisions. I can do what I would like to do for once, other than um, uh, be under the boot of my elders. You know,
Okay. So why do you think you're single because you don't want to have children?
that's a part of it. One, I believe that I'm single because of my age, right? Hearing consistently ladies wanting older men because they know what they want. And two, yes, currently I believe that I am single because I don't want any children ever at any time. If I was okay with taking care of another man's child, if I was okay with having children, I would have been married for the past 6 months, or I would have just been married. Uh, I would have just been married maybe sometime this month or last month, right? Because there have been ladies that I've gone on a date with, and we talked. The date went great, and she says, "I want children," and I don't, and that's where the relationship ends. There was another young lady that my ex-girlfriend had gotten me in contact with. We're on the same page spiritually about everything. She's perfect as well, loves everything that I love. I, and I love everything that she loves. Great. But then she says, I want children. I want lots of children, and I don't want any.
Got
She
you.
wants
Okay, Zach,
children.
we gotta go. But
Yes, ma'am.
last question. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Yes, ma'am. I am ready to give all of myself to my significant other. Of course, I have my needs, but in order to receive, I must give first. I'm ready to give everything that I have, right? Meet the needs of my significant other and take care of her, right? And through taking care of her needs and being there for her consistently, love will of course be derived from that, right? I'm ready to give everything, right? And have a lifelong and having a lifelong and committed relationship and a strong and healthy marriage with my wife, right? Those are my intentions.
Okay. And
And I
it
like
has
her.
to be a woman who doesn't have kids nor desires to have them.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be very difficult because I'll be honest with you. Finding a woman of African descent that's young, slim, with a chill attitude, that's very, very easy to find. There's a college, UNF, not too far from here. I see it left and right all the time, right? Or even the women I've dated, they either already have children or they want children,
Got you, Zach. I
and
love
I
you,
cannot
but we gotta
provide
go,
them.
honey.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for all of your
Give the
advice. Thank
woman
you
who
so
wants
much
to
for your
reach
time.
out to you. How can she reach out to you, baby boy?
Yes, ma'am. I feel the most comfortable with Facebook, and it's my name right there, Zach Whitaker. If you can look it up on
Okay,
your
I'm gonna
cell
look it
phone.
up. I'm gonna look it up while I have you on, so we could just double check it's right. Sometimes there's more than one person on Facebook.
Yes, yes,
Whitaker.
ma'am. Once you see me, you'll see it. It should be a dark-skinned young man, white shirt, black uh, jacket. You'll see me.
There's more than one. Are you by yourself,
Yes, ma'am.
Zach?
Yes, ma'am. Just my face. My name is very, very common, so you should probably see it a lot.
Yeah, there's a couple with this name, so I gotta scroll down to see if I see. I don't see you. Oh.
Mm.
Are people hitting you? Oh, wait, I think this one's you.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. That's me.
Okay, I found him. This is him on Facebook. All right, Zach. Listen, I enjoyed you, but I might have to rescind my vouch. Now that you taught me a lesson. I gotta wait to the end before I vouch for my guest. Because
Yes,
let
ma'am.
me say this: you have the right to not want to procreate, but I just
Yes.
feel like it's inspired by your childhood trauma. And I hope whether you decide to not have children or not, that's fine. You could do that. But I just hope you unravel whatever you went through.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I'm definitely putting forth the effort to
Okay.
um, take care of whatever's happened in the past. So yes, ma'am. I'm currently in the middle of that. As
All
I
right.
said, but thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate all of the advice that you've given me. Thank you so much for your help. This is my first time, and I was actually able to get in contact with you pretty quickly. Like I just saw your stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
we got to go. Sorry.
I
Thank you.
got